銀世界
Hello guys, welcome back to my reaction channel. Today we're going to react into One Piece episode 354. Now guys, the last episode, the connection they made with LABOON, really I was not expecting that. That blew my mind, bro. I really enjoyed that. I hope they expand on that in this episode. After this episode, we also have a manga chapter again with my editor. So feel free to skip that if you don't enjoy that. You can just watch the episode and then later just go away when you're not enjoying it anymore. Like no need for you to, like yell at me in the comments for letting my editor yap for 10 minutes. But anyway, like I said, I hope they expand on the plot with LABOON, the full circle and all that, to see how BROOK looked before when he was human. Because that genuinely interested me, like really, like, I was not expecting that. That came left field and I love it. I really love that connection. That being said, if you enjoy my reactions, feel free to share, subscribe, like, leave a comment, join the Patreon, support your boy, Discord, all that. Let's go, man. Yeah, LABOON! Nah, we need more on this. Nah, that was a plot twist. I did not see that one coming. Yeah, that was a big ass whale too. And it was a kid whale. The doctor that's looking after him is interesting though, because or is it even a doctor? I don't remember. But when we finished that arc, they zoomed in at the doctor and he was talking to Goldie Roger. So I was theorizing that guy was on Roger's ship. So if he knew BROOK, maybe BROOK knew Goldie Roger. But this is coming full circle, because if BROOK died 50 years ago, he was living 70 years ago. So I think that was the age of Goldie Roger, man. And Whitebeard and shit. Like, hey? So BROOK might be their generation. Nah, fam. He can help Luffy. He probably has a lot of knowledge. Knows a lot about history, too. Yeah, I remember all of this. And we met the guy that was looking after him. Yeah.
クジラに飲まれた？それがラブーンなのね。
そう。腹の中には東大森のじいさんが住んでて。
And he knew Goldie Roger, I'm telling you.
花のおっさんだ。
Oh, this is gonna be a recap episode, isn't it?
世界を分かつ壁、レッドラインに頭をぶつけ続けていたんだ。世界を一周し、必ず戻ると約束した仲間の海賊たちを50年待ち続けてな。
Insane.
仲間との約束を信じ続けるクジラだって。そうだろ、おっさん。
ああ、だが事実は残酷なものだ。確かな情報で確認した奴らは逃げ出したんだ。
こいつ50年も待ち続けてるのに、それはひどいぞ。
それが分かってるんだったらどうして教えてあげないの？あのクジラは人の言うことが理解できるんでしょ？
言ったさ、全部包み隠さずな。話を聞け、彼らはもう。
He didn't wanna hear it. But yeah, they didn't run away from the Grand Line. They got decimated and killed. BROOK only survived thanks to his devil fruit, which is weird.
待つ意味をなくすから私の言葉を拒むのだ。待つ意味を失うことが何より怖いのだ。そいつの故郷はウエストブルー。
ガムガムなー。
あれはマストじゃねえのか。そう、俺たちの船の
メインマストだ。
Main mask. But that was sweet of Luffy, low key. Or even high key. It's a draw.
俺は強いだろう。
We saw this
勝ちたいだろうが。
last episode.
俺たちの勝負はまだついてねえんだ。
Quick thinking on Luffy's part, he keeps surprising me from time to time. Like the way he connected Zoro Zombie a few episodes back. That's goofy as hell.
いやいや。
50年も互いに約束を守り続けてたんだ。
Well,
まさかあのラブーンが待つ仲間の一人が
BROOK didn't keep his promise, bro. He survived, but he still didn't go to LABOON and
骸骨だったとは。
Visit him. Why do I get a feeling that last time Brook wasn't willing to sacrifice the Afro? I think this time he might actually sacrifice the Afro to get the upper hand on the spirit, or rather his shadow, because the shadow wouldn't expect that, right? He's still not strong enough. We need Zoro to beat this samurai. Right? You don't need to defeat your own shadow necessarily. So he can make Zoro fight this dude, defeat him, and put salt in his mouth to make his shadow come back to Brook, right?
LABOON お前はまだ私たちのことを
Yo,
仲間たちはもうみんな死んでしまいました
he's taking damage as a skeleton. Yeah. Who was Brook from them? I want to see how Brook looked like.
お前には私が誰だかわからないでしょう
That's what I asked last episode, but I do think he would recognize his singing, bro. Because at the end of the day, he's a musician on our crew, on our new crew, Luffy's crew, right? So he's humming and all that. I think he used to probably sing to LABOON and all that. Because we saw them partying. Yeah, I think no matter how he looks, LABOON's gonna know as soon as this man starts singing. Because only he knows those tunes that they used to party with.
私にはもう何も残ってないけれどせめてみんながラブーンみたいだと笑ってたこの頭必ず会いに行くから
So that's why he wants to protect the afro in the head.
待っててほしい
Yo, he's taking hella damage though. Yo, Frank is so emotional.
骨もクジラも大好きだっちげや
That's facts.
ゾクゾクしてきた。あいつは音楽家で喋る骸骨でアフロでヨホホーでラブーンの仲間だったんだ。
そんな分かりきったことより
ナミさんの結婚阻止だ俺は
He's still stuck on that.
どこ行くんだ。
To get his shadow back.
さっさと乗り込むぞ奪い返す影が一つ増えたんだろ
Yeah, Brook's shadow too. But yeah, I want to see Gekko Moria fight for real because he looks goofy to me and he's a Shichibukai, so he better be strong. He better be strong. But this story and connection with LABOON is just beautiful. I love Frankie's reaction. That's all of our reactions, bro. Like, he's so emotional. I love it, man. Yeah, now I love both the skeleton and LABOON even more, man. So yeah, they need to reunite, and I love how the Straw Hats now, even more than before, want Brook on the crew because they want to be a part of that moment, about a moment of reuniting them and Luffy keeping his promise about fighting him again. So this is so sweet, man. This just came left field. This just completely put a bow tie on the whole arc. I did not expect that at all, bro. LABOON, man. Yo, I'm telling you, this guy is 50, 60, 70, 80 years old, man, because he died 50 years ago, which means he lived for another 40 years before that, right? So my man can tell us the whole history and everything. He can help Robin with finding out about those poneglyphs and shit, right? He can help Luffy about the Pirate King, about where the treasure is, maybe, right? Because that dude that helped out LABOON has a connection to this crew, and this guy, like that, I'm telling you, that was a doctor on Gold D. Rogers' crew, bro. So that's my theory. So now, fam, this is gonna be deeper. This is gonna go deeper in the future. They're just not showing us everything. Did you see the recap? They showed us recap scenes from LABOON, but they purposely didn't remind us about that guy talking to Gold D. Roger as he was looking at us going away. Because they're saving that for the future. I'm calling it right now, man. Nah, they're not fooling me. This is gonna be all connected, all deeper. Yeah, and now I want the skeleton too, bro. I'm not gonna lie. In the beginning, I was skeptical as hell whether him, like, Luffy just flat out asked him. We knew nothing about him, but now that we actually got to know him a bit, Yeah, I'm on board. But that being said, I think we have another yap session, so let's see. I think it's gonna be about the manga covers again.
In this episode, yeah, Brook is just guaranteed to be our Nakama unless Ryuma, his zombie, just manages to kill him.
Yeah.
Turns out that he holds his afro deer because it's the only thing that LABOON will be able to recognize him by, which is really sweet.
Yeah.
Brook is really awesome, man. Today I'm going to continue from last time. I'll be talking about the manga chapter covers, volume covers, magazine covers. Last I did chapter 63 to 90, volume 8 to 10. Now I'll just do 2 volumes, volume 11 to 12, to keep it shorter, which is chapter 91 to 108.
Okay.
Before I do that, however, I forgot to mention that there's actually a very cool exclusive art that Oda released with volume 8, and it's a realistic looking artwork of Nami from Arlong Park. Ooh. I really love the detail here, and it goes to show that Oda can draw in a bunch of different art styles, but he just chooses to go for one style. I really love this art. She looks so serious. She looks very cool. But anyway, let's move on to the 2 volumes that are going to talk.
She didn't look serious. She looked sad. Those eyes looked sad, but that was very impressive, bro. Oda can draw.
So, volume 11's cover is the exact same as the magazine cover for chapter 87 that I talked about last episode. Yeah, just like volume 6's cover. Volume 11's cover is actually not original art. Oda just reused the art that he drew for the magazine cover. There's not much to say then, but I guess I can point out how easy it is to tell the difference between the magazine and the volume. The magazine has Weekly Jump written on there. The volume always has the One Piece logo on top of the cover. A magazine only has 1 chapter of One Piece every week, while the volumes are not released weekly because volumes is a they're a compilation of multiple chapters of One Piece, because you know the one volume has multiple chapters of One Piece basically.
Okay.
The magazine has 1 chapter of all Weekly Shonen Jump series in there, 1 chapter of One Piece, Yu-Gi-Oh, Hunter x Hunter, and all the other series that are currently running weekly at that time. The volume only has One Piece chapters in it. On the other hand, the volume comes out later than the magazine, etc., etc. Think of the magazine as an episode airing on TV, and think of the volumes as DVD and Blu-rays that get released later in bulk. Magazine releases manga chapters every week, just like how TV airs anime episodes every week. The Blu-ray puts all episodes that came out on TV first into one Blu-ray, just like how the volume puts all the chapters that came out in the magazine first into one book. I figured I would just remind you because I explained this a while ago and you may have forgotten it. Anyway, moving on to chapter 91, 92, and 93, which continues the Kobe and Helmeppo cover story. You see Garp arrive on a ship, and look at chapter 93's cover specifically. You see Captain Morgan cutting Garp with his axe. So yeah, you obviously remember that from the anime. The cover stories don't have dialogue, by the way. Yeah, the characters basically don't speak at all for the most part. So when they animated this, they just had to make entirely new lines that Oda never made without sounding too out of character or weird. Maybe that was difficult for them, and that's why they stopped animating the cover stories for the anime over time, which is why we never got the Crocodile or Anel stories animated. Maybe, I'm not sure.
Maybe.
Chapter 94's cover is a color cover, and it's so cute. It has Nami smiling with Nojiko and Genzo right behind her. The text on the top saying, "Gonna have a party." This is because chapter 94 is after Arlong is defeated, where Nami's whole village had a party along with the Straw Hat crew, if you remember that. What I like the most about this cover art is Nami at its center smiling, because it highlights that she can finally smile again after not being a slave to Arlong's whims anymore. Really great stuff. Chapter 95, 96, and 97 continue the Kobe and Helmeppo cover story. This is where Morgan kidnapped his own son, if you remember that. Chapter 98 and 99 continue this story even further, with Kobe trying to protect Helmeppo by standing in front of the cannon. But with chapter 98's release, actually, the magazine had One Piece on the cover. Here you see Luffy with a fishing rod, fishing by using meat as bait, but the fish is actually eating that meat. The fish actually seems to have Luffy's personality because it likes meat. That is it for the content in volume 11, and now I'm going to show volume 12's cover. It is the crew running with tons of gold around them, so that's pretty cool, and I really love how Mary in the back has a captain hat on. Also, yeah, Mary's head is wood-colored in the manga. The anime actually made it white for some reason. Well, now we're at chapter 100. This is a big one. Before I show you the cover of this chapter, I'm going to show you the magazine cover, and yep, it has One Piece on it, with Luffy being the biggest character on the cover. It also says in this blue text right here that One Piece is in its 2nd year anniversary and that there's a color spread inside. And this is it. It's a 2-page color spread. Let's switch over to the color walk to get a better look. So here here we see the crew being incredibly cool. Look at Zoro's right shoulder, very cool clothes. The animals in the background are even made of gold. We see Sanji smiling like a fool towards the fish he is holding. He's probably looking forward to cooking it. In the back, we see Usopp jumping with tons of energy, really excited, yelling and stuff, while also carrying a huge backpack. We see Nami smiling while putting a crown on her head, and she also has some golden jewelry as well as a necklace on. And now we see Luffy with the captain's coat on, eating a very delicious looking piece of meat, looking out into the distance. The magazine issue, however, also has text on this artwork, and it is very huge news that is revealed. The text says that a TV anime is coming out, and yeah, this chapter cover is the reveal of the anime coming out for One Piece, the very first ever announcement for the anime. There's also some smaller text that says that it will start airing on Fuji TV in October. This issue came out July of 1999, by the way, so the anime started a few months after this. Furthermore, chapter 100 also has a page in color for the chapter itself. There are also some color pages in the previous episodes that I didn't mention, but whatever. But anyway, chapter 100's color page is actually Dragon's reveal. Yeah, chapter 100 is actually the end of Lockdown. The rest of the chapter is obviously colorless, like you can see right here, you know, Luffy fighting against Smoker, chapter 100. So yeah, Oda made a comment about the cover artwork in One Piece Color Walk 2. Yes, Color Walk 2, the second Color Walk book. All the previous comments and colored art were put in Color Walk 1. Starting from the content right now, it's put in Color Walk 2. Oda says it had been 2 years since the serialization started and the anime was announced in this issue. This was the 100th chapter and the title was The Legend Has Begun. I thought, how cool. Color Walk 2 came out after Skypiea ended in the manga, by the way, so that's why Oda's feeling nostalgic and is reminiscing in his comments. So these comments came out much later after the artwork themselves were actually made. But yeah, this chapter has some huge stuff. The first chapter in the triple digits, a color spread cover, the dragon part is also in color, the anime announcement, the second year anniversary of One Piece's manga. This was huge. One thing I want to mention too is Logtown's name real quick. It's pronounced Logtown because the place is called the place of the beginning and the end. Beginning is prologue, ending is epilogue, so that's why it's called Logtown. So yeah, moving on, chapter 101 and 102's covers continue the Kobe and Helmeppo plot with Garp. You already know how all this happened. Chapter 103's cover is so fitting given the episode that you just watched. LABOON! Yeah! We see Luffy riding LABOON while Buggy and Smoker are in the background. Poor LABOON with all the scars on its head as well. He's actually significantly smaller in this cover art than he actually is, but I guess it would be impossible to draw otherwise, right?
To fit it on the screen,
Brook, he's going to reunite with you one day, my friend. LABOON in the anime is actually blue colored instead of black, like we see in Oda's colored artwork, by the way. Now, I don't know if I should even include this or not, but One Piece is featured on the cover of this week's magazine issue, but dude, it barely counts. Like, look at this. This is a freaking Yu-Gi-Oh cover, and Luffy is at the bottom left, like, oh yeah, by the way, don't forget about me. Well, Yugi is taking the spotlight like 95% of the cover. Like, come on, bro.
Yugi was...
What are we doing here?
Yugi was him.
Anyway, chapter 104, 105, and 106 covers continue the story with Garp and Kobe and stuff, but whatever, nothing special. However, chapter 105's release actually was also the week where Naruto was first introduced. Chapter 1 of Naruto, yeah. Only available for the very cheap price of $700. Anyway, I just wanted to mention that, yeah, Chapter 105, when One Piece released that week, Naruto began serializing in that week. So yeah. Chapter 107's cover is a double-page color spread. You see the crew relaxing, surrounded by a bunch of cheap secondhand furniture that they found in the woods. Luffy is drinking. It seems like he's drinking cola. Zoro is sleeping while Sanji is stepping on him. Come on, man. You don't have to be a complete prick. Anyway, Sanji's holding a hitchhiking sign that Usopp actually drew, and Usopp is drawing, of course, as you can see right here, and an owl actually has Usopp's bandana on. Usopp without his bandana is actually a very rare sight to behold, and his haircut kind of reminds me of Michael Jackson. Is that just me? Whatever. Nami is posing in front of the mirror in new clothes she is trying on. So yeah, Oda made a short comment on Color Walk 2 saying, I kind of like trash heaps. Sometimes you value stuff that others don't want. That's why he drew this, I guess. So yeah, he likes secondhand stuff. This colored art was featured in a magazine issue that features One Piece on the cover with Luffy holding his fist out. I actually forgot to mention that one of the endings actually animated this. Sometimes the anime openings and endings actually take the manga cover arts and just covers in general as inspiration for what to actually add in the opening and ending. So yeah, that's just what I wanted to mention.
Cool.
Chapter 108 is the final chapter that I'm going to talk about. It again continues the cover story with Kobe and stuff, which is nothing new. But what is new is once again the magazine issue this week has One Piece on the cover. The cover reveals that both One Piece and Hunter x Hunter's anime will start to air October 16th for Hunter x Hunter and October 20th for One Piece. This magazine issue released October 9th, I believe, of 1999, so both of their anime versions were around the corner. You see Oda's version of Luffy, and you also see Toei Animation's version of Luffy here for the very first time. The inside also gives further details about the anime, and you see the anime designs revealed for Luffy, Zoro, Nami, and Shanks. You even see sketches and stuff. I can go on and on and on about this, but there's tons of info,
Please don't.
man. I really love how the magazine just has tons of info and tons of stuff that you can know about. Like, there's a lot of stuff in here, right?
Yeah.
But this is enough, right? This is it for the chapter covers and stuff. But there's one final thing that I want to talk about, and it is what you said right here.
I love the little detail about Nami telling that pervert that her keeping her body up to in shape and right, exercising isn't for perverts like him, which implies that she keeps her, like, she upkeeps her body, she trains, she exercises every day.
I'm smart.
It's just they're not showing it to us. But that's a small little detail that I like. So that's why she's so hot, because she's actually working on herself, right? They show us Zoro training all the time, but not Nami. It might just be me, but I find that detail to be interesting.
And yeah, you're right. I actually really appreciate that detail as well. And yeah, you're right. She actually does take care of herself and stuff. That's exactly why she's so much into fashion, by the way. Like, she wants to look fit and beautiful because of the fact that she likes fashion so much. That's also why she keeps changing, like, outfits all the time, by the way. Like, even in this arc, she started wearing this outfit, but now she's wearing this outfit, right? I'm pretty sure Oda also confirmed in an SBS Q&A that the crew helps her with that, actually, keeping herself in shape and stuff. Oda actually said that Chopper makes beauty products, lotions, and stuff like that for her. Sanji gives her a nutrition plan to keep her body fit and stuff, and Robin gives her books, I believe, to help her with that as well. I forgot what the books contain, though, but yeah. Too bad that she has too many perverts going after her, though. It really sucks. As she said, she doesn't keep herself good looking for perverts, and she obviously hates perverted behavior. Those creeps lusting after her for the chest, waist, and hip measurement, man, dude, those guys are so weird. Like, what the heck is going on? Poor girl. Like, if it isn't obvious enough, Nami is my favorite female character in One Piece. Like, I keep saying, like, oh, look how awesome she is. Like, I really like her character. Like, I think she's awesome, but I really don't like the stuff that she's going through. It really sucks. Oh yeah, and by the way, my top three, it would be Nami, Vivi, and Robin in that order, in case you are curious, right? But yeah, that is it for me, man. See ya.
See ya. Yeah, it is obvious that he likes Nami, but I like Nami too, man. A lot of details. He really making me time travel through all these manga chapters when it came up, when it was aired, that the show is gonna air, right? It was just manga chapters until that. Bro, that's so cool. He even included Naruto and all that, so it literally is like time traveling. I know some of you might not like that stuff, but it's cool to see. That's why I try not to, pause that much, because I'm trying to listen in, because he's spewing a lot of details, bro. I don't know how he keeps remembering this, but he just said a lot. He said a lot. Anyway, back to the plot, man. I love these moments. I love these moments in One Piece where, like, for each individual character, especially like Nami, we definitely saw when the whole crew decided, oh yeah, she's joining our crew, right? When Luffy gave her the straw hat and everybody was like, yeah, we're gonna die for this girl, right? So that was the moment when you knew she was gonna join the crew, right? Even though it looked like she betrayed us and all that, we had no reason to help her, and everybody was like, nah, fam, we're ride and die for you, right? And now we just got that for BROOK. Everybody heard the story and everybody went, oh yeah, we're about to die for this fool, bro. We gotta have to witness that reunion, and he's gonna be our Nakama, right? So I love these moments. I love that you can just vividly see that, oh, he's there. If we had any doubts until now whether he's joining the crew or not, he's joining the crew, bro. After this moment, even Zoro was like, hey, bro, let's not waste any more time. We're going to counterattack. That's one more shadow we gotta get back, right? So I loved that little detail as well. That being said, I ain't gonna upload this that much. I really enjoyed this episode. Hope you enjoyed the reaction, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe, love you, enjoy, and bye.